During 2013, a number of programmes were run through the Cathedral Youth Club focusing on the First World War. One of these programmes focused on local men who volunteered to fight in the Great War. Records show that 99 young men from the Fountain area of the city lost their lives in the fighting. And on the 18th of August 2013, a group from the Cathedral Youth Club embarked on a trip to follow the journey taken by these brave men from the city.
Jeanette was on the radio that scared Katrina, phoned up saying that she had a relative out here, and then she came on the youth club whilst we were doing workshops and asked who would want to search for one of her relatives, so I said I would do it.
I thought it was really lovely that some of the boys had some people to go and look for, some of them didn't. And Jeanette suggested that maybe one of the boys that didn't have anybody could maybe take something belonging from my great-grandfather.
I join my grateful people in saying I knew the memorial of a brave life from others in the Great War.
Signed by King George.
Signed by King George.
And I said I would love if I could, and I thought the best way to do it was maybe to give him a photograph. This was sent out from presumably the King and Queen, and it had sweets and stuff like that for them for Christmas. So I thought the best thing for me to do was to get you a copy of that, and this is what I want to give you to take with you on your journey, your trip to France, and hopefully you'll find my great-grandfather.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. I was able to give him his where his name was, his regiment, his number, and I knew it was going to be easy enough maybe for them to find, but I just thought it would be lovely if he had a photograph with him that day, that when he found the name he could put a face to the name. Probably meant more to him as well, knowing that he had this man's face when he looked at the name to say, well, that's him, you know. We will never forget him for doing it. You know, I was honoured that he wanted to do it, so that's nice.
Well, we just placed a cross in memory of my grandfather, James McBride, who died on the 1st of July 1916, and actually he was caught up going over the top in no man's land, and his body was never found, so his name's here on the memorial.
In the Cathedral Youth Club we've been doing workshops, and the reason we were doing that is to see who from our community has served in the war, and then I picked Samuel McGregor because he lives in the same street as me. I found Samuel McGregor's name in Thief Memorial, and I'm here to place the cross below his name in remembrance.
I came up here to Thief Memorial, and I gave a cross for McLaughlin, and after placing it I realised it was the wrong McLaughlin. So I'm back here to give the cross to the right, John McLaughlin. The reason I never removed the cross from where I placed it is because it would have been extremely disrespectful, and I suppose he needs to be remembered as well.
you are showing your respect for people who have died.
As a mark of respect, members of the Cathedral Youth Club laid wreaths and crosses at the various memorial sites situated around the Somme to commemorate the fallen, an exercise they found particularly poignant.
Right, that's just a family member, and he's buried here in Bard College Cemetery. And it's her auntie's.
I thought it was a great uncle.
Great uncle.
Every night without fail, at 8 o'clock, a moving ceremony takes place under the Menengate and Leper Ypres. A traditional final salute to the fallen is played by the buglers in honour of the memory of the soldiers of the former British Empire and its allies who died in the Ypres salient during the First World War. It is a touching tribute to the courage and self-sacrifice of those who fell in defence of the town of Ypres.
This is my first time ever seeing the Menengate, and it was a great honour laying a poppy here. For myself being on the Royal Irish, but for my great grandfather who died in the First World War, it's really hit me, you know, this whole trip over here, like at the airspace, they being this year one of our last events tonight, seeing what the men went through, and for my great grandfather only being 33 years old. Like that there, it's very, very touching. I think the thing tonight was hearing the violin playing Danny Boy, because like Danny Boy to myself personally doesn't really mean a lot back home, so it doesn't, but hearing it here and Belgium like that there, it was it really touched the heart, to be honest, so it really did, because we would have played a lot in the Royal Irish, but hearing it tonight, it did really seeing the waterworks nearly going there, but very emotional place like that, and you see it happening every night, it's unbelievable.
The journey to the Somme saw members of the Cathedral Youth Club follow in the footsteps of the fallen. It was a personal and touching experience that many will hold close to their hearts for many years to come. The trip offered members an insight into life on the front line during the Great War. It was a fulfilling and humbling experience, tracing and finding members of the local community who almost 100 years ago selflessly and courageously laid down their lives. In the heart of the city centre is a stark reminder, a memorial dedicated to all the brave men who left their families as a brother, son or husband to join the bloody battle. And unknown to many, they would never return.